Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Beth with Create with Beth, and today we're going to be creating a card using the Gina K Designs Hooked on You stamp set. And I'm going to pull this out, and we're actually going to be using the dies as well, so we'll use those in a minute. So let's get started. I have my pieces here. And we're going to have a traditional card base of 5.5 by 4 1/4, or 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we'll go ahead and crease that. Then this is heavyweight white cardstock. Let's make some more room over here. And then I have, what is this piece for? This piece, this is just a scratch piece that we're going to be doing my embossing on. It's been a while since when I planned this card, so I have to kind of get my brain working again. I have a mat that measures, let's see, I should have wrote this down. This is 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to be doing some embossing on this. And then we have a white focal image that's 3 by 3 inches. And I have a little frame that is just about 1/4 of an inch wider than that to frame that piece. So we're going to start with our piece here. Excuse me. The piece that we're going to emboss, and I'm going to bring out my anti-static tool because we're going to actually be embossing all over this card. This has been such a busy week. This is the first time I've been able to get in my craft room and create, and I've been missing it so much. It's just had appointments after appointments after appointments today. Okay, I'm going to be using this yarn, ball of yarn image. And will this fit? Oh, I think we're going to go a little bit bigger. Okay, and all I'm going to do is take my Versamark, ink that up really good, and I'm going to stamp this all over our image or our paper, and I'm going to turn the stamp each time I do so we get a random pattern on here. Just like this. You want to make sure you stamp off the paper a little bit so that it creates a little bit of a pattern for us. And let's do a little bit over here and a little bit over here. There we go, that's good. Okay, I'm going to clean my stamp off. And we'll bring in the white embossing powder. Let's see if I can do this without getting powder everywhere. I'm not doing too bad. There we go, that looks good. Oops, I have a little spot right here that didn't quite get powder. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we will put, ouch, the embossing powder away. I'm going to bring in my heat tool, and I'm actually going to bring in my tweezers to hold this. Let this heat up for a second. Get a little bit on the edge. I'm going to come in from behind. Oops. And you want to just hold that down for a second. As soon as it melts, you want to move it on because it will burn the powder, and you don't want that. That's going to happen pretty quickly. Okay, I think we got it. My paper did warp quite a bit, but that's okay. We will make it flat again. Okay, I'm going to set that aside to cool, and we're going to bring in, I'm going to wipe off this embossing powder first before we continue, because I do not like that. I managed to get it everywhere. Okay, so now we're going to bring in the scrap paper, and we're actually going to emboss on this as well and do some die cutting. And this set is the incentive set from Gina K. I don't know if you can still get it. It seems like I heard that it was sold out, and I don't know whether they're going to get it again and have it available in the store. Hopefully they do, because it's, oops, this is the wrong stamp. Sorry, guys. Yeah, hopefully they do restock it, because it's such a cute stamp set. Oh, I need a bigger one. Okay, we're going to do the yarn skeins now. Stamp that just like that. Hopefully that's dark enough. It's a little light on the one side. I'm wondering, I might stamp that again, because I want to make sure that my powder sticks to the image really well. So we'll give that a little bit stronger press. There we go, that's better. And then we're going to use the sentiment Hooked on You. And stamp that up here. There we go. And I just cleaned this up, but we are going to have to bring the embossing powder back so we can make some more mess. I am a crocheter myself, although I'm not very good at it, and I haven't done it in a long time. I really should get back into it. It is such a fun, relaxing hobby. Okay, so we have that. Let's wipe our surface off again. And bring the heat tool back. There we go. So we are done with the embossing. So we're going to go ahead and set that, let that cool off for a minute. I'm going to bring in the card base now, and we're going to do some stamping on the inside. And for that, I'm going to use the sentiment that says, close-knit friends are hard to find. And, excuse me, I'm going to use boho blue ink. This is boho blue paper also, the blue. So we'll stamp this right about there. Oh, that's a little bit crooked, but we're going to have to go with it since we don't have a panel on the inside. And I'm also going to stamp this yarn again. Just down here at the bottom. There we go. So there is our inside done. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on finishing this card. We're going to go ahead and mount this piece to our card front. And it is pretty warped, but hopefully our adhesive will hold it down. So we're going to have a little border all the way around. I'm just going to hold that down for a minute. Give the adhesive a chance to take hold. Still feel that embossing powder everywhere. It drives me crazy. Okay, so we're done with that. We're going to set that aside for a minute. And we are going to do some die cutting. So this set does have coordinating dies that you can purchase. So we need this one here. I'll bring in my mint tape. Whoops. This tape is a little stickier than I would like it to be. Okay, I'm going to try to line this up as best we can with our image. And then we are going to bring in the sentiment die and cut that out as well. I love that there are dies for cutting out the sentiments, so you don't have to do that. Okay, let me grab my, I'm trying to think if this will go through my mini die cut machine or if I'm going to have to get my the big guy out. I think we're going to need another piece of tape right here. I think if we cut this down, we can fit it through the mini, I believe. Okay, so here's that. I'll grab my plates. Got plate number 1, plate number 2, and then we'll put our image down, and then we'll put the other plate number 2 on top, and we stagger it just a little bit to get it to go through. That is the trick for this particular machine. There we go. And take this off carefully so we don't tear our paper. There is that. And here is this one, all perfectly cut out. Okay, we're ready to finish building the card. So we're going to bring in this white piece and we're going to mount this onto the blue mat. Again, with a little border around it. Got tape stuck to me. That's a little bit crooked. There we go. Okay, we are going to stick these die cuts down, or these die cut images down. Put this one right about there. I'm going to have to hold that down for a minute. Wanting to curl up. My paper warped again when I did this one. And then the sentiment, we're going to take this and we're going to put it kind of at a little angle, just like that. And then I need my dimensionals. We're going to pop this up for some dimension. There we go. And that's going to go right in the center of our card. Just like so. You know what? I think that might be a little bit... Well, I'm going to leave it because I think I'm going to tear my paper. I went a little bit off to the side. Not what I wanted to do, but I don't want to ruin it. I'm going to bring in these little matte decorative dots. And we are going to add these. Let's see. We need one right here. One right here. And one, whoops. All right. It's running away from me. One right there, and that completes our card, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And this set, if you can still get it, is a great one to have in your stash, especially if you have some crafty friends who like to knit or crochet. So I hope you'll go check it out and see if it's still available. Thanks for everyone for stopping by. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.